surrounding conference realignment. It's a developing story here on SportsCenter.
Sources are telling me within the last few minutes that Oregon are expected to be voted into the Big Ten by the end of the day today.
Big Ten is getting even bigger. A momentous day in the history of the nation's oldest athletic conference, now boasting arguably the West Coast's biggest athletic brand. As West Coast power, Oregon accept invitation to join the Big Ten next season.
Is Oregon ready for Big Ten play? Just style of play. My gut says yes. But it is still a question because we've never seen them. That's not the kind of stuff you say about West Coast teams.
Oregon football 2024. You always hear Coach Love do this. Right? What's it going to say about us? What's it going to say about that team out west? Right? Because that's where everybody, we're the unknown. They don't really know us. We should be a pain in the ass for people to play. When they come play the team out west, right, they should be a little bit nervous. For us to do that, where do we have to do it first? Practice. Fall camp starts tomorrow. Your chance to set the tone. What's it going to look like? What will they say at the end of this ... What will they say about the team out west?
Big things are on the horizon. But for that team out west, that doesn't change things. It validates them. Oregon is up to their old ways. The Ducks have always known how to make a splash and leave everyone else in their wake.
Oregon Ducks are making sure you know they're joining the Big Ten. The team made a splash on the first day of the Big Ten Media Days.
You can't do much better in the attention-getting category than a massive inflatable duck.
A giant inflatable duck?
Yes. Yeah, that's a giant floating duck. That's how you make a splash.
Yeah.
That's how you kick off your first Big Ten Media Day as a new conference member.
We don't mind bothering people over at Oregon. I think that means you're doing something right. You guys don't really mind bothering people either.
Yeah, too much.
I don't know if I'm familiar. Oh, yes. Sorry.
Hello.
How we doing?
Well, you know, man, I'm going to change here afterwards if that's all right. I was going to wear my tank top.
You got a full locker room for you if you need it. You're out there.
No, you're good, man. You're good. How you been?
Brother, thank you for stopping by.
No, thanks for having me.
We are filming this early in the morning, not as early as your brain feels, and this is kind of like what the season's going to be, right? Now that Oregon and all these West Coast teams are in the Big Ten, long trip over here, early morning, going to have the boys going. How do you feel going into the year?
Yeah, it was a good practice trip for us, just flying out here. I was kind of saying to myself, this is what it's going to be like when we play Purdue, when we play some of these Midwest teams as well, so it's fun.
Media Day is here. Feels like the first day of school. Only difference is, you know that no one's going to like the new kid.
This season is a very exciting one for our team. Our players entering this conference, there's some new challenges that are presented. Going through those summer scouting reports, you realize some of these teams that we're going to get to play, and it's really exciting. But I'll tell you, here at Oregon, we chase and attack those challenges.
Honestly, I'm a competitor. There's a lot of good players, good teams, and I can't wait to compete against them.
We obviously know what the end goal in mind is, right? And we know that we're going to have a huge target on our back every week, whether that's a small school or it's a big school.
Our expectation is to be the best version of us. I'm just excited to see these guys go out in the field and execute and do the best that they can possibly do, which for us is a high standard of play. And
you wore the number 8 at Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Number 8 at Oregon comes with goosebumps.
It does.
What did it feel like putting it on for the first time?
It meant a lot. I think, seeing it in the green and yellow was a bit different for sure. But just growing up, a guy I looked up to and still do, but also a guy who's represented himself the right way. Us both being from Hawaii, and then now being, me being at Oregon, is something that you can't write up. Wearing that number 8 is something that's a privilege and honor, and I won't disappoint him at all. It's been a lot of fun. People don't really talk about it, but the lights, they do mess with you a little bit. We got Patty showing us around, leading the way. She's the best. No, you're killing it. You're killing it.
I'm trying. We're gonna be best buds by the end of
yes.
the day, I promise you.
So all good vibes, good fun. Let's roll.
Dylan Gabriel. What's maybe impressed me the most with Dylan is his ability to connect with people, not just in our program, but outside of our program, whether that's taking an offensive retreat and taking our players to different parts of Oregon to throw the ball around and fellowship, or it's having the managers over to his house to watch a fight or eat a meal. He's really done a great job of connecting quickly. I'm excited about the experience that he brings.
Back in Eugene, everything and nothing has changed. Fresh paint, new looks, new combos, new faces, new flight paths, longer drives for this guy, new teams to break down, new items on the menu to cook up. It's all new territory, but for third-year head coach Dan Lanning, it all feels familiar once they hit the practice field, because the preparation is the same, and the grass is looking even greener in Eugene.
For your meetings and what that looks like, you can see tomorrow, right? You have a offensive and defensive goal preview meeting. So that 35-minute meeting, this is where you're hitting your expectations as an offense, your expectations as a defense. I see that primarily being a unit meeting, right?
Here we go. Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon. Now, season goals, fellas. All right, what this meeting's all about, okay? There she is. What's ahead of us? One day at a time. How many points we want scored on us? 0. Okay, but if we go 13 points or less, we'll be the #1 defense in the nation. That's our standard.
Nothing is going to be handed to you guys. 0. They're going to say, we're the hunted. That we hunting this year. That's the mentality. And it starts now. Don't wait till you strap on the uniform a couple weeks from now. We have to have an edge from the get-go. That has to happen.
Let's be the best goddamn practice team in the nation, man. Let's be the best goddamn practice team in the nation. That's our goal. Be where our feet are, do it every single day, process over outcome.
It takes guys like you and Johnny, and Josh, and Matthew, and Tez, and Pancho. You guys, it's your team, so take control. And it starts with the way that we practice. Okay? Let's go, man, it's time. We in this thing. If you're gonna blink, guys, you're gonna wake up, and it's game day. So take advantage of it right now.
Game day. Let's go, man. Love you. Appreciate you, man. Always. Let's have fun this year. Let me see all that great spring and that great summer carry over today.
Fall camp is usually about 3 things. Schematics, it's about physicality, and it's about chemistry.
You talk about facing some adversity, all those moments show up in fall camp.
I'm not looking for just energy and enthusiasm. I'm looking for execution.
Look around. Everything around here is under construction. Everything a work in progress. It's a work site. There might be detours, but never shortcuts.
I could see toughness on the field today. I could see a wide receiver go down and make a conscientious decision to say, I'm not staying down. It's toughness.
Bring your hard hat, pack your lunch, clock in and figure it out. Blueprints have been approved. Expansion is already underway. Earth is being moved. The only thing left to do is build.
Building a team is one of my favorite things in the world, and especially when you add new pieces to your roster.
With new faces, new battles brewing, and new leaders to find, there are 4 weeks in August that decide the next 5 months.
Hey, Jabbar, ask yourself that question in 3 weeks. Do I have the protection to give that kind of release? No, right? When do I? Split safety. Make sense? I can't be that aggressive when I'm in mess. Talk to me, Cam. You got it. You got the ability. Talk to me. What should you say when he stops back there, Cam?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens in the defensive back room this year. We've got a lot of talented players there at corner. There's some real battles there. We're going to get to watch firsthand and see how they shake out.
Position battles in fall camp are intense. Every single day, every single drill, it's being evaluated. It makes your team better. That's just the facts.
You just got to persevere. You never know when your name is going to be called, and it could be called at any time, but you just got to be willing and able to step up.
Like, what else can I do? It's so hard as a younger guy to maneuver through this new world that you're in. You have to literally think about just progress.
I got belief in you. Let me see your belief in yourself. Good, don't be too fast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See the crack. Get yourself depth.
Corners go down, wide receivers go down. Depth at that position is vital. And when I'm looking at those two positions in particular, I think that you're going to have a lot of guys that could play in a lot of places in America that are going to be competing in fall camp for time on the field here at Oregon.
It still feels like a surreal moment of me being my senior year, not being able to, do it again, not having fall camp again. So really, I'm just trying to prove to myself that I can be what I know I am.
Let's go, 8. Let's go. Takeaways, man. I don't think I saw a pick yesterday. Did I see a pick?
Hey, be careful what you ask for, Steiner.
Hey.
Crowded rooms are no fun. Unless you're offensive coordinator Will Stein, who's having the time of his life in the Oregon quarterback room.
This quarterback's gonna damn take over this freaking team. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this room. You talk about a room that has a lot of experience on the field. There's multiple guys in this room that we can win football games with.
When players hit the portal in the spring, Coach Dan Lanning hit it harder and convinced two of the best quarterbacks available, Dylan Gabriel and Dante Moore, that Tracktown was big enough for the both of them.
Nice.
Throw big-armed sophomore Austin Novosad, who surprised everyone except himself in the spring.
That's a perfect throw. That is freaking perfect.
And speedster 4-star freshman Luke Moga into the mix. And what you have is iron sharpening iron. That's also sharpening iron.
Come on, make it easy one. Yes. I love the throw, dude. Golly, that's nice. Yes, that way, DT. That's the standard you just put on yourself right there. That's it.
Dante and Dylan coming in brought in a lot of competition, and so every day we go out there to push each other and compete.
Austin, you talk about a guy and his growth from year 1 to year 2. You're talking about one of our most efficient players this spring.
Nice. How about GB's sauce route?
I was nasty.
He is saucy.
As a 6th year, things can get stagnant with Coach Stein. He keeps it very fresh and always challenges me in different ways, so I appreciate that.
He's played with, Teddy Bridgewater at Louisville, so he's been around and he just helps us with the game of football.
34-year-old OC Will Stein is used to playing with fire and burning defenses. Going into year 2, his job, when he's not coordinating fatherhood, is to take an Oregon passing attack that was best in the country last season and make it better.
Good. Hey, now, improvement for you, don't swing the ball. That ball goes right into my belly, okay? Good, now look, improvement for you. Here off the fake, boom, eyes downfield on the safety. Right, you're just staring down the back.
So he's a young guy, he jokes around a lot, makes us laugh with him, so really good dude for sure.
Got anything to say to your mom?
Where's the camera? Oh, let's go. Mic'd up, Coach Stein, baby. Love you, Mom. It's a great combination between pushing us and challenging us and loving us up.
Shout out Joey. Shout out Darby. Shout out baby girl Stein. Coming to a theater near you soon. When you have an opportunity to go in there and play quarterback for the Ducks, how are you making this team better? Maximize every single rep. Good first day, good start. Nowhere near where we need to be, but I like where we're headed. What, Joey, are the Ducks? What are the Ducks? Number 1, baby. Number one. You say go Ducks? Go Ducks.
The stockpile of offensive weapons and play calling possibilities are getting everyone excited, even Oregon's newest additions. These days, teams turn over at an unprecedented rate. Senior linebacker Jeffrey Bassa is the exception. He's had 4 years on campus to climb to the top of the leaderboard. 6-year transfer quarterback Dylan Gabriel has had just 4 months. But both are on equal ground and equally important if Oregon wants to make a run deep into January. A shortened summer will hopefully mean an extended fall. School's not in session yet, but the only subject that matters right now is chemistry.
Marcus Harper, pop up. Tell us what connection is. Connection is everybody know everybody. Everybody got each other's back. Everybody rock with everybody, you feel me? Everybody playing for the person to your left, to your right. That's the big thing, because we all know we have some fallen soldiers in here, and you don't know when that's going to be taken away from you. So you enjoy the person next to you and enjoy them while they're here, because you don't know how long they're going to be here. Let's say, Ty Sheem, stand up. Ty Sheem, you think you can beat me in a fight? Yeah. All right. Noah, stand up. Ty Sheem, you think you can beat Noah in a fight? Yeah. All right, come here, Noah. Right, this is where we talk about 1 + 1 = what? 3. we can smack this, right? You can do it on your own, he says, right? You guys understand what I'm saying? When I think about connection, I think about 1 + 1 = 3.
Coach Dan Lanning's math doesn't add up, but it checks out.
We're bigger together. And that's what I want everybody in this room to remember. Like when we're locked up, like there's nothing stronger than us. You guys understand that? Right? This is what we become when you start adding dudes together. How do we create that? That's connection.
With all the adding and subtracting in the offseason, an unbreakable bond has to be built in the blink of an eye. If you want to write the next chapter and make some history of your own, first you have to be on the same page. For Dylan Gabriel, who left the Great Plains for greener pastures and followed in the footsteps of his childhood hero, that means taking his offense to Southern Oregon to sync up at his dime time retreat and work on their connection that will take them to the end zone and beyond. And yes, he drives a minivan. Fuel efficient and plenty of room to bring his teammates along for the ride of their lives this season. Better buckle up.
It don't get better than this. Football, summer, it's like we're in high school again with the boys.
Oh! What is this, pro day? Oh! Hey, that's hard to beat. Let's go. Is this pro day?
They're not just here for a good time, but for good timing. The Southpaw has 49 career starts and exactly 1 season in Eugene, so he'll take all the extra work he can get if it puts Oregon on top.
We all come from different places, different walks of life. We're all here just trying to enjoy and kind of get to know each other outside the facility. It's hard what we do, so just have fun with it and then help each other out.
I thought you couldn't hear.
Hi, buddy.
After the workouts, the team enjoys some time on the Rogue River doing what they do best, going fast.
Does it make any scary noises? East dude, come on, look at him. I ain't tripping.
Hey, look, look, this is the face of a dude that ain't scared. Catfishes, you hear me? Catfishes, gators.
Never came out my mouth.
Hey, look.
Came out of his.
Nervous is what it is. Nervousness, what you saying? 'Cause I'm sitting next to you.
You guys have a good summer. Safe travels wherever you're going, and a great Oregon Duck.
Over at the coast, no one is coasting. Defensive coordinator Tosh Lupoy didn't bus a bunch of ducks to the beach to play in the sand. More so, to draw a line in it, to find their footing and stand their ground. So the edge rushers are here, training at the edge of the world. Life's a beach, and so is stopping the run against teams who've made it their identity. But with Oregon's deepest linebacking core in years, Lupoy, entering his 3rd year in Eugene, is looking forward to the challenge. The challenge now, however, is fitting all these large humans into this beachfront rental. That's a lot of big bodies in one house. Who called the bed? Who got the top bunk? Who's cooking breakfast?
Where's the coffee at? You're not getting a rabbit, bro. That's survival skills, bro. It's gonna run straight. You
See, feel me? You just right, you gotta know where you gonna go, right? Right, the rabbit's right there. I just know he's gonna go left. I'm gonna jump left.
Blake Purchase and the rest of the Ducks defense won't be chasing after any rabbits this season, but they will be chasing badgers and wolverines, to name a few.
The main drill we made better this season at not playing on our inside foot, not taking baby steps, and this is like the most elite place to train it, because you have the comfortability of launching into that outside foot plank.
Technically, this is a retreat, but Tosh Lupoy's linebackers are on the attack. Here to work, not relax. And no one is salty about that.
We're looking at Chris Jones up top, right at the point of attack when he's clearing and winning the edge, like any great edge rush. You got violent shoulder rotation. He's using his left hand in conjunction with his right foot. Landing and pivoting, pow! That's what we're trying to do, is that motion exactly.
It's peak tourist season. meaning people from around the world come to Cannon Beach to see the famed Haystack Rock. Still there, standing strong, holding the line, tough as hell. For one group of beachgoers, vacation can wait. Hitting the talent lottery means nothing without the right leadership. 4 and 5 stars don't just align. You have to put them in the right positions. The team will travel to the resort town of Sun River, hoping that a little quality time spent off the field in the high desert will shed some light on which voices are emerging on it. Coach Dan Lanning is looking for leaders.
Everybody has the capability of being a leader. What's going to make us a different team from every other team we play? I've not done this before, so I think this is a place that we can gain an edge.
We're trying to influence and guide members of the team where? Like towards a standard, as you guys mentioned, right? How to do things the right way, the way in which we believe is going to produce wins on the field.
I had to look in the mirror like, it's me, like I'm the only one in charge of my own destiny, so I have to do something different. I can't keep doing the same thing.
If you're not accountable, like people don't look at you. That's when people lose respect for you. And it's not about the mistakes you make.
I'm not scared to hurt his feelings. He's not scared to.
Yeah.
That's what like draws us. Like now we brothers.
So a lot from what I'm hearing is kind of just going to be more vocal, right?
I think everybody's comfort is to lead by what? Example. My biggest challenge for you, Dylan, is what I just said. Bo Nix year 1 and Bo Nix year 2 was 2 different players. He was really good year 1. We don't have that luxury with you. How many years you got?
8 months.
8 months. You got 8 months to be that guy right now. I'll say this, people in this room are dying for your vocal leadership. They're dying to hear your voice.
Some have an aura that's right for the new era. Some are loud. Some need to speak up, and others let their game talk.
You need somebody that can be real with you, tell you the truth.
For Dan Lanning, it's a chance to speak the truth, light some fires, and look his players in the eyes. No one's in their feelings because everyone knows what's on the line. And when you put in this much sweat together, there's no point in sugarcoating things.
Jordan, there is a monster inside that body. When you release that monster, it's a different cat. You, again, probably have one of the best springs of the guys in this room, right? You were more conscientious about asking for coaching this spring than you were when you first got here. That's what you have to keep doing to become the best version of you. Gary, probably one of our most consistent, probably one of our most intelligent wideouts, right? I feel like you know what you're supposed to do. You have position versatility. You can do a lot of things for this team. I need you to be as confident in your ability and the people in this room that they trust you, right, as I am in you. Jeff, I said it in our group earlier, I think Jeff's one of the best leaders I've ever been around. I challenged Jeff this spring because I was coaching and he didn't like it. Remember this? I said, who do you think I coach the most on this team? Probably coach Jeff more than anybody on this team, right? What does that tell you guys that I think about Jeff? I think he'd be really good. So don't take that as a negative, right? Take that as me challenging you to be the best version of yourself. Noah, the way you've handled your injury, you've come back faster than a lot of the people because you have toughness. And we're a better team with you, a much better team with you, right? In games, I want to see you run with the same tenacity I see you practice with. Jesse, obviously extremely gifted. You've been a guy that's been injured through college, right? So that's a but for you right now. How do you eliminate that but, right? How are you attacking that?
To make a run deep into January, you'll need all the bodies you can get. And having one of the deepest rosters in college football is only helpful if they stay healthy. For senior linebacker Justin Jacobs, who made an immediate impact last season after transferring from Iowa, injuries have become an unfortunate part of his path. With Big Ten experience and an even bigger upside, the Ducks desperately need him to stay off the sideline. A scare this spring left Jacobs in his head.
Well, the good news is, I mean, seems like you guys have good strength, but it doesn't seem like it's anything terrible, Justin.
Take a minute. Gather your thoughts.
The training staff and strength coach, Wilson Love, quickly help him get over the mental and physical hurdles.
Yeah, mentally it can be extremely tough at times. I just overstepped and it was just full of disappointment at first, but then Coach Love grabbed me, pulled me to the side, just talked about how it was just a small little bump and then I'd be back, and before I knew it, I was back by the end of spring ball.
Get your mind punky, bro. You're gonna be okay, bro. I know it's so frustrating, but guess what? You can't control that no more, can you? What can you control from here on out?
What I do?
Right. Is your mind gonna beat you? My question is, are you in control of controllables? You cannot take that what just happened 10 minutes ago, game plan. And guess what? It sucks what happened. What you can control is your mindset, and your mission has not changed. You're gonna be back like that. You got me? So, think about how you're gonna attack it. Control that. You got me, son?
Jetson had a good summer, man. He attacked when he needed to attack. He's controlling what he can control, and had a really good summer overall. So I think Justin's in a great spot. He's confident, ready to go get after it.
I'm feeling great. I've been flying around the field, just happy to be out there with the boys. I mean, last fall camp, so I'm just taking it all in because I know I just can't get this one back.
Rehab is a tedious process, and it takes a team. When you're trying to get your wings back, it takes a whole lot of help. No one knows this better than fifth-year running back Noah Whittington. The training staff took the place of his teammates, working to help him get better for the better part of a year, helping him prepare his body, but also making sure his mind is right so he can run the rock. Last season, the Ducks' dynamic duo of Bucky Irving and Whittington dazzled, until a devastating knee injury against Colorado cut his season short in September.
And you see limping off is Whittington. He's writhing in pain getting down to the ground on the Oregon sideline.
But for Noah, nothing was more painful than watching Oregon's title hopes run astray and not being able to help carry the load.
It was mind-blowing because it was definitely season-ending. Felt like the injury was bad, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna come back from it. That was my first initial thought. I told my mom, my dad, I was like, this might just be it. Like, I might just be done. But as the trainers told me, like, you can come back from it, just try to rehab, this, that, and third. Started taking my rehab serious. I started seeing the progress, and I was like, one last shot, I'll give it another shot.
Noah, talk to us about sacrifice.
I would say sacrifice is giving up something for yourself, for the whole team, It's not easy, but it needs to be done in order for us to get where we need to go.
With fall camp in full swing, it's no surprise he's ahead of schedule. Now it's just a matter of time before he hits full speed and Oregon's stacked backfield is back at full strength.
Noah Whittington's stud, he has surpassed every sort of 1RM single leg speed. This guy keeps breaking barriers that he had 2 years ago. So he's confident, he's ready.
Working with Miss Laney, shout out Miss Laney, Miss Steph, everybody that helped me. And they was just staying on me consistently. And I saw the progress, so it just made me go 10 times harder.
This guy was an aggressive rehab specialist. He attacked work every single day that got him closer to being back on the field, and that's why he was able to get back so quick.
This is my 5th year, man. So I'm just really trying to give it all I got. Whatever God got planned for me in the future, that's what it is.
A long recovery can be more grueling on guys than a full season. Less grueling, though, with the right group. Justin Jacobs and Noah Whittington credit their return to form, both physically and mentally, to the support staff, which Oregon believes is second to none. A unit that never sees the field, but is always working behind the scenes to keep the Ducks on it. The mountaintop is calling. Oregon's coaching staff knows what's at stake this season, and also knows there's a long and grueling climb in front of them. They meet in the Cascade Range beneath the Three Sisters to set the vision and strengthen their brotherhood. Coach Dan Lanning maps out the plan and details the route they'll take in order to navigate the new landscape and reach the summit.
This is our vision, our philosophy for the team. We talk about connection with our players. I think that's just as important with us, right? Our ability to work with each other in this room is going to be our ability to have a successful team. Our ability to be coachable is going to be our ability to have a successful team. This is the meat of our organization, right? Everything makes this thing tick. My expectation for this team is to be the best team we can possibly be. Right, and you do that by focusing on the process, not the result. When people ask me what's my expectation for this team, it's to be the best team we can possibly be. Right, that's our goal.
I think you define great coaches by great teachers, and positivity. I think that's huge. Coach them up, don't coach them down.
What we won't do is not coach these guys. We got to go coach these guys as hard as we can, and our players have to be able to accept coaching. I'm gonna hop forward here to personnel. Right, let Marshall kind of talk through us a little bit about our personnel and where we're at here.
We have the most seniors we've had since we've been here. Good job on retention by our coaching staff.
With a new conference, tougher schedule, and an expanded playoff, the Ducks seniors, the most in the Lanning era, are a luxury that any team would be lucky to have. But there's depth across the board, a dangerous combo of young talent the staff has developed and proven game changers they've brought in. Now, it's about helping all of them reach their peak
You feel really good about the quarterback room. One of the most competitive quarterback rooms in the country. So a receiver, but this is a great time for Jerrion Dickey, Kyler Casper, Jeremiah McClellan. We have a lot of young talent.
I'd love to figure out what Ryan Pelham's got. The reality is, can you coach the guy that's not there yet, but he's going to be? And everybody wants to coach Dylan Gabriel. Everybody wants to coach Jeff Bossa.
DG.
Those guys are good players. Who's taking the time to make sure Dylan Gresham knows every one of his routes? Okay. Dakota Fields, can we make sure that he knows and can process every coverage that we have? So challenge yourself to grow as a coach, and it's going to allow you to coach your players better.
Because I do think we have some great young corners, just not a lot of snaps on them that will even play this year.
We're going to have to make some decisions in the middle of the year to who's our next guy out there on the field. It'll be tough at this position because we have some good young players here, and we have some really good veteran players, but we kind of have a middle gap that it's not clear who's who. I do think DB is a position that, especially at corner, that you can play young and have success if we're able to coach these guys up quick. But if we can be loyal to each other in this room and loyal to our players, right, boy, like now we're cooking with gas. Right? And I'm not asking loyalty to me, I'm asking loyalty to Oregon football, right? Loyalty to Oregon football, because this place does so much for us, right? But we have to work with each other to be able to do that.
Lanning must have a good feeling about the journey he's about to embark on with his staff and his team. He's barefoot. Either that or he's been in Eugene long enough to embrace it. Don't let the lack of footwear fool you into thinking anyone here is relaxed. There's a sense of urgency in the room. And in college football, good things come to those who don't wait.
When you get on the field, that whistle blows, our feet are running, we're getting to that drill, and on the field, we're super efficient with our drill work. To be organized with that, so we're getting reps on the field, right? Because we all know that the time on the field is so valuable, right? We can't lose that, and it's coaching time.
Back on campus, and almost on cue, temperatures start to rise and position battles heat up. Oregon's veteran talent is playing with fire. But a few breakout stars are burning bright.
Good, Coda.
Turning heads and catching everyone's eye.
Great rep! Great rep! Paint the story, Kyler.
Players try to keep their cool, but the ultimate goal is to stay hot. If they want to make the leap, they'll have to take the plunge.
Out here, we coach everything. We coach everything. And there's a reason for everything we do. There's a reason we practice in the afternoon. Too easy to go in the morning. We want to be uncomfortable. We said that's where we know growth happens. So guess what? Tomorrow, roll your sleeves up. Your body's going to be sore. Who cares?
Dan Lanning likes what he sees in the forecast. And from the outside looking in, let's just say that the Ducks aren't flying under anyone's radar. The noise lately has reached a fever pitch, and while Oregon's busy fine-tuning, it's almost impossible to tune it out.
Let me ask you about Oregon. Oregon football program that is among the 10 winningest this century.
Expectations are through the roof, but the greatest expectations are under one roof.